Hello, dear people, and welcome to Singing Dawn, a daily chant practice in the Benedictine Spirit with me. I'm Ellen, and I am so glad that you have found your way here for today's practice. Today is day 84, Peace. So come on in and get yourself settled. You might want to just tense up all your muscles and then relax them. And again, tense everything up, clench every single muscle, and let it go. Connect with your breath. Breathe down to the bottom of your belly. And then with your breath, feel your pelvic floor in contact with the chair. With your breath, feel your feet in contact with the floor. With your breath, feel your rib cage wrapping around your heart and your lungs. With your breath, feel your skull wrapping around your brain. And imagine that for this moment, you can simply rest. That you don't have to accomplish anything at all. Not one blessed thing. Imagine for this moment, peace. Bright morning stars arising, bright morning stars arising, bright morning stars arising. Is a breaking in my soul. So today we complete our sojourn with the Song of Zachary. Peace is the final word. Peace is the final word in the Song of Zachary. It is the final word to wrap around our singing of all the psalms and canticles and the hymn laid out for us by Benedict in Singing Dawn. Peace is the final word. There is some evidence to suggest that it was Benedict himself who first brought the Song of Zachary into the liturgy of dawn in the Christian West. He writes in the prologue of his little book for beginners, he writes, "Let peace be your quest and aim." And in the structure that Benedict then laid out for Singing Dawn, all the joining in with the praise continually sounding throughout the cosmos, all the self-reflection, all the longing, all the community and memory and hope, all the acceptance and integration of change and loss and death into our lives, all of it, it all leads to peace. But it's not about achieving peace. It's not about stasis or control or ownership of peace. It's about an awareness of it and instinctual leaning toward it in every changing circumstance to the far edge of our ability and imagination, just in the way that plants lean toward sunlight, and the way that water responds to wind, and the way the lover hears the voice of the beloved. Let peace be your quest and aim, a guide for our feet on the way to peace. Well, one might ask how to do this. And it is no accident that Benedict, with the arrow of his intention flying so relentlessly toward peace, Benedict taught his communities to sing together for hours every single day, and to make this singing together their top priority. He called it the work of God, and he wrote, "Let nothing be preferred to the work of God." So clearly for Benedict, there was a deep conviction that singing was a prime modality for the cultivation of peace, of moving toward peace, leaning in to peace. So how do we sing in a way that might lead us toward peace? Well, I have just a few practical tips for us today. Some things to check out and play with. First, I invite us to focus on physicality, to focus on sensation, on awareness of the breath. I've said it a lot of times. I hope it's becoming habit. On vibration. What am I feeling in my body in this moment? Second, I suggest that we approach the practice of chant as if we were getting a drink of clear, cool water on a hot day. To drink in the chant, soak it in. At its heart, the practice of the chant is not about performing or achieving anything at all. It's about authenticity. It's about transparency, about simply showing up in the fullness of where we are in the moment, being willing to sound what is without judgment, being willing to be sounded, to be heard, to be sung. And third, I invite us to connect with our own personal desire for peace, whatever that means for us. To feel that desire located in our body. Breathe into it. And then to actively trust, and it is an action to trust, that with each phrase we sing, breath by breath, we are both creating a pathway for peace and moving along the pathway we create. So let's try just chanting the word peace on one pitch with these 3 steps that I described. So first, to be aware, focus on physical sensation. What do I feel in my body? Let's chant the word peace. And then to drink in the chant, to be filled with it, to be sung. And then to connect with our desire for peace and to make an act of trust that each breath's worth is leading us along the pathway to peace. We're going to go through those 3 steps now with the last line of the canticle. A guide for our feet on the way to peace. That's our line. I'll sing it again. A guide for our feet on the way to peace. So, physical sensation. What do I feel in my body as I'm chanting? A guide for our feet on the way to peace. And now I want to drink in the chant. I want to soak it in, swallow it. A guide for our feet on the way to peace. And now I want to connect with my inner, personal, intimate desire for peace. Find it, that desire in my body, and sing from that place. And trust that the singing is creating the pathway and moving me along. A guide for our feet on the way to peace. So those are 3 steps for our use, should we wish it. And let's give it a go now. In the full flow of our practice, chanting as a way toward peace, and see what we might discover. Holy One, open my lips, and my mouth shall proclaim your praise. Glory be to the Mother, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as always before, so now and forever. Amen. Blessed are you, Holy One, the God of Israel. and set them free. You raised from David's house a child with power to save. Through the holy prophets you promised in ages past to save us from enemy hands, from the grip of all who hate us. You favored our ancestors, recalling the sacred covenant. The pledge to our ancestor Abraham to free us from our enemies, so we might worship without fear and be holy and just all our days. And you, child, will be called prophet of the Most High. For you will come to prepare a pathway for the Holy One, by teaching the people salvation through forgiveness of their sin. Out of God's deepest mercy a dawn will come from on high, light for those shadowed by death, a guide for our feet on the way to peace. Glory be to the Mother, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as always before, so now and forever. Amen. Return to that well of rest. Watch the ripples of the chant dissipate and settle and sink into your consciousness and your subconscious. Receive it, absorb it, soak it up. Breathe out and let go whatever you want to lay down, get rid of for now. And as you wish, offer out into the world whatever blessing from the practice that you would like to share in love. Thank you once again for showing up, for partnering in this practice with me. I am so honored by your presence and so grateful and so delighted in it. So thank you. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Peace.